Alright, Bob, here's an update on your 78 Super Beetle convertible project. I guess let's start from the front. Got headlight ring on this side is metal. This one's kind of chintzy and plastic. It's a little loose too. Blinkers went in alright. They're all connected underneath with the rubber tubes. We got the pinch welt going, or the fender beading going up through there. There's a couple of bolts that I couldn't get. And as a result, there's a couple little gaps here and there that kind of stand out a little bit. I wanted to take care of the strut situation today, but I just don't have time. I'm going to have to do that on Monday. The bumper rubber impact strip, I think we're talking about, we're going to get a self-tapping screw to get it through that center hole. If I'm doing that, I'm going to do it on these sides too after I crank down on that. The impact shock, bumper shock, whatever you want to call them, they fit real nice. I also painted the metal components of it so they wouldn't rust. This one has a split boot, so maybe we can, I think I read somewhere you can use an inner tube. That might be a good solution. Going in here, we need rubber plugs for that guy, that one, and that one. I had to knock this out, so I locked my phone inside of here when I was trying to adjust this, which this is kind of loose and I can't quite get it to set up just right. So I'm going to drill these guys out, clean off all the paint on here because it's not supposed to be on there anyway. This little chip thing here is where the striker came down and hit it. I'm not sure what to do about that because I think that's just where it's going to hit it. So maybe that's just one of those wear points. But I don't know, there's something loose in here and it's not disengaging properly. Up here, we need the little valve connector thing to go to the spare tire pump air source. We had one, but it was broken, so it didn't work. I don't think that this is exactly the way it's supposed to be, but it'll let the tank breathe. And I think we're missing one 90-degree bend, so I used this hose I found. I need to get a sender. We have a sender. The sender seems like mechanically it's okay, even though it's kind of rusty. The seal is gone, and this float is full of old gas, so I need to get another one of these floats. Here's a couple of wires. You said they were Mickey Moused. You did something about them. I haven't looked into it yet because I haven't hooked up the battery yet. So when I do that, I will find out what those are, I guess. Can't see anything but the wiper motor thing there. I didn't put all the screws in because I didn't have all the screws. I don't know if we can adjust the lighting. But I also put some of the Reflectix bubble wrap as a gasket in there, because I know water's supposed to go in there and I don't want it leaking inside, but I didn't have any proper gasket material, so I just kind of made a Reflectix one. We need the hardware, the body, to wiper shaft seal ×2. I'm still having a hard time getting that to not lock every single time, and by lock I mean lock even though you can open the thing from inside the trunk. Let's see. All these things seem to be okay. Let's see. Painted the dashboard. I think that came out pretty nice. It had kind of a pebbly texture already, And so I didn't really sand it or anything, I just painted over it. This guy's good. I still need to put the seal in on this door, but that's pretty much it. There's some overspray and dirt. Gotta clean the window. This little piece keeps wanting to get sucked into the door and sucked out, so maybe I'll silicone that when I'm siliconing the door seal. You bought these little plastic top components up here, and I can't get them to fit for the life of me. There's a little screw in there, and it keeps it from going in, so I don't know, maybe we could find one from a junkyard or something. While we're on it, these little wing windows are both missing the mount that goes up here. They just kind of flop around when you have it open. I don't know if you have that. I saw one of the chrome pieces, but none of the rubber. Door panels look good. I'd use the clips that I had, so they're not all the way on there perfect, but they're on there enough to hold it. Inside here, the Carmen script, I think we're going to have to use some sort of sealant to hold that on. All these little boots and things work just fine. Dashboard, pretty much the same, I just cleaned it. Took the radio out and took the wires for that inside of there. I took the steering wheel cover off because, I don't know, you're doing a restoration. I know you like steering wheel covers, but I think it looks better without it. My own opinion, I guess. I need to get the two little clips, or covers for the inside. There's one inside the glove box, and I've got some of them at home too. Going into the back here, you can see that some of the wrinkling from how it was stored. I think that's just going to be heat that takes that out and long-term usage. Seatbelts in the middle, one of them had the seatbelt sensor for the light on the dashboard, and I clipped that because, judging by the state of the relay, you guys don't like it and you left it out on purpose. This kick panel here, we need something to go on top of that. I don't know if it's going to be carpet or vinyl or whatever. Let's see. I think we need to get a strip of carpet to go back there too. I know that the seat's supposed to squish up into that portion, but it doesn't. I guess, I should have just gone 3 seat covers instead of taking the 2 old ones off. In any case, I think we put some carpet back there. It won't be any big deal. I'm not going to move that. Never mind. Ignore that. Oh, there's the clips. I was looking for window clips. Oh, that reminds me. Visor time. What I did is I took a little hollow metal dowel, and I jammed them in there to extend them out a little bit. It works alright. That one I had to tape, but now that I found those, I guess I'll put them on there. These are definitely standard Beetle mirror things, but I think you're right. I think they'll work. It's all sitting out now, so don't mind the big foily gap thing there. Back here, I replaced the double relay carpet. I had to reuse it. You can see in some of these places it pulled, but I think that if the top is up, that's really the only time you'll ever see that, and that's a little tiny thing compared to all the rest of this stuff. This kind of folds down nicely on top of it. I ended up redoing this. I put new masonite in there. I made you 2 cents richer. There's one there, one down there. Oh, I guess I made you 22 cents richer. I used dimes too. I forgot about that. This one fell out. It's little rubber impact things. I can't see how these things are supposed to lock the seat at all. I pulled the yellowed plastic tab thing that you got over on that side, and I can't figure it out. So this one I haven't put the gasket or the taillight on yet, because all the taillight wires are a big question mark. They don't seem to follow the diagram on the interwebs, so trial and error, I guess. I'll put that plate on there. That's fun. You need the fuel injected script. And I'm still fitting this one here, although I'm probably going to not finish that job and just go home because it's getting late and I don't want to go home. Let's see, other than that, I got the convertible top frame, which I sent you a little video for. Old Salem Harbor Station. This door I can't open right now because I've got the silicone sealant holding the seal drying. But the top opens so nice. It's really a one-hand operation, and if you get it halfway back, it falls. So I think that's going to be real easy for Maria once the fabric's on there to open it and close it. I know, judging off of the other ones, probably not the best bet, but the best indication of how these things work. But I remember my dad's cabriolet, it required 2 of us. That was in '85, and then when I took this one off, it was, I had to go one side to the other side and keep moving it back. And same kind of with this one when I first put it on. So I lubricated all the hinges and I cleaned them up, and now it works great. So that's good. Alright, I guess the last thing is scratches. I've put a couple of them on here. I apologize. I did my best to not do it, but it happened. Maybe you can have your body guy touch it up just real quick. There's one. That was from the frame falling. Got to do something about that one. I think that's one of the more obvious ones. This one and up here are from when we were traveling and we had put the top up and it scratched that. Let's see. I don't know if this one was me or not, but there's a little ding right there. And I think it's this little clear coat scratch right there. That one I'm sure will buff out. Some of these others I know we need to probably touch up a little bit. Other than that, it's pretty good. I don't think I damaged it too bad. But trying to put seats and convertible tops and everything on there, I guess I screwed up a little bit, but what can you do? Let's see, what else? Honestly, I think that's it for now. I've got to get the material for the convertible frame from upstairs, where it's been sitting and stretching out and kind of relaxing all week. So hopefully that's a little bit less folded up than the seats were. I think that's it. So hopefully you'll approve of my progress and aren't too unhappy about the scratches that I've made. I think it looks pretty nice, to be honest with you, even if it's white with off-white, and I know you were concerned about the fender beading in that respect. I think it looks good. I've sent it to a lot of people and just asked their opinion, including people that have come in from outside, random strangers, and everybody seems to really like it, even though it's off-white. I mean, it could be black. That's kind of boring. So I like it. I think you should stick with it. Maybe someday if you find something a little brighter, you could swap it out, but honestly, I think it works. So anyway, that's your update on your bug. I'm going to be heading out here probably an hour, maybe a little bit less, heading home for the weekend, and I'll be back up here on Monday to finish it. Maybe I'll see if I can get a helper to help me knock it out or something. I don't know. That's all. That's your update.